And that's not even all of them. It's time for a Blu Ray update. How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. And yes, I'm a little late, but it is time for the July Blu Ray update. I almost was too late. We're like halfway through August, and it won't be long. I'm gonna have to do an August update, but better late than never. So anyways, everybody, hope you guys enjoy the new background here. I usually do my updates down in the man cave, but I love my new setup so much. Just recently put that board up on top there to kind of display all my box sets, so I like it. I think it looks cool. But anyways, on to the update. So when I had mentioned this isn't all of it, well, again, any Scream Factory collector editions that I've picked up recently, or at least I picked up in July, are not going to be in this update. We are that close to completing the collection, and when I do so, there will be a massive, epic Scream Factory collection video, and I'm also going to add in Vestrons. I am even closer to completing the Vestrons. I'm hoping that very soon, this month, I will place my Amazon order to complete both of those collections. And I will do, I don't know if I'm going to do the Scream Factory and the Vestrons together in one video, or if I'll do separate videos. I don't know, we'll see. But either way, this is a massive update. If you exclude the Scream Factories and Vestrons, we're looking at 57 titles in this July Blu-ray update. What do we got in this update? We got a lot of A to Z stuff, a couple of new titles. We got 2 collector sets. We got 2 still books, and we got a bunch of horror. And in this horror, there's also some other, I am gonna add in some Scream Factories, because the only ones that I've been holding out on are the collector edition Scream Factories for that particular set. I do pick up other Scream Factories occasionally of some titles that I'm interested in getting. So there's a couple of those Scream Factory titles in my horror category. So, and then also we have a couple DVDs, actually some pretty cool DVDs. And there's actually a lot of stuff in this update that Jess picked up for herself. I think there's like 1 DVD, and there's a couple Blu-rays, maybe 4, 5, 6 Blu-rays, something like that. So I will definitely have her pop in. She's not here right now. She took the kids to the park. So hopefully she'll be here in a little bit, and I will throw her in somewhere in this update. Let's go ahead and get started on the DVDs. All right, so the first DVD I'm going to show you here is one I'm pretty excited about that I picked up in Indiana at Days of the Dead. A movie that never got an actual release. And of course, that is 1994's The Fantastic Four from Roger Corman. This is that movie that everybody talks about that never got an official release in theater or even to video. They call it the Lost Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. Now, I said I picked this up in Indiana. There was a guy there selling a lot of like, I don't know what you want to call it, like bootlegs or something. I don't know. But that's what this is. This is just, a movie. We got no artwork on the disc. It's just a movie, like a bunch of movies that don't necessarily have a video release that he made. And I think it's pretty badass, because this is about the closest you're ever going to get to the actual movie. I've yet to watch it, and there are actually a couple more DVDs that I picked up from him. I'm going to show you here in a second. I've already watched, and they actually look really good. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say the greatest DVD quality, but hey, I get to watch these movies, you know what I mean? Because without them, I wouldn't be able to. But I've never seen this movie. I'm sure it's just going to be really stupid, but being a huge Marvel DC guy, I needed to get it for the collection, and I'm happy I came across it. This is pretty cool. So if you guys ever, for some reason, somehow had a chance to see this movie, let me know down in the comments what you think. But yeah, Fantastic Four, like the first movie we ever got. All right, a couple more that I picked up from that same guy. These I was so happy to find. There's 2 of them here. The first one I had recorded, that we recorded off TV, because this is a TV movie. Both of these actually are. And again, never got an actual release. I think there might be like a international DVD release of this somewhere, but definitely not in our region. But I remember watching this movie over and over when I was younger. And like I said, we had it recorded on VHS off of TV, but to finally get a physical DVD copy of this, this is badass, and that is Buried Alive. This movie came out back in like, I think like 1990 or something like that. It stars Tim Matheson, a really cool movie. Some of you might have heard of this before, but it's a really cool movie. Basically his like wife like poisons him, and he, they end up doing the funeral arrangements really fast. They don't embalm him and all this stuff, and they bury him in a really cheap coffin just to get the funeral over and done with. His wife, basically, and her boyfriend that she was having an affair with, they basically want, money from him. He's got a business that's pretty successful, and she wants to sell the business and get millions of dollars and whatnot. So they come up with this plan to poison him with this stuff they extracted from like a fish or something weird like that. But anyway, so they think he died. They bury him, and he actually wasn't dead, and he comes back, to get revenge. It's a cool movie, early 90s, like I said. If you guys haven't seen this, definitely check it out. It's going to be hard to find. I think this guy goes out to different conventions, so maybe you can find him. Believe it or not, actually, I could have sworn I seen him put a post in one of those Facebook groups I'm in. But anyways, it's a really cool movie. And since we're talking about this one, Buried Alive 2. This has Tim Matheson in it as well. I never got a chance to see this one back in the day. I had heard of it. I knew that they made a sequel to it, another TV movie, I believe. And when I seen that guy had this one too, I definitely grabbed him. I think he only charged like $5 for a DVD. But I did watch it finally, and it's pretty cool. I liked it. I mean, it's kind of mimics the first one in a way, but a different couple. Kind of the same storyline type of deal. But like I said, the thing that's cool is Tim Matheson is in it. The main actor is Ali Sheedy, believe it or not. She's actually in this, and she's actually Tim Matheson's niece in this movie. But it's a cool movie. I mean, it's not as good as the first one, but I liked it a lot. And it's so cool to, have both of these movies. I mean, obviously a Blu Ray release would be even better, but hey, I finally got these two movies on DVD, and I'm very, very happy with them. All right, so the last one I picked up, also from Indiana, not from that guy, but from the booth that sells the Puppet Master movies and whatnot. The hell are they called? Full Moon. Right down the back. So the Full Moon guys, they were there, and I remember finding out that this movie had come out, and I was going to order it on Amazon, and then I seen it there really cheap. I'm like, hell yeah. And that is the brand new Killjoy movie. Killjoy's Psycho Circus. This is the 5th installment in this franchise. These movies they're fun. They're just really, really low budget, cheesy movies, but I like them. The first one was pretty damn cool, and all the other ones have been kind of eh. But, I get it for the collection. Like I said, they're fun movies to watch, and this is the brand new one. It came out a few months ago, I believe. But if you guys are a fan of the Killjoy movies, you got to have this one to complete the collection. But, happy to finally get this. I haven't watched this one yet, but definitely will be getting to it soon. Gotta love killer clown movies, right?
Hi. So DVD, right? I'm already fucking up. Hey, so the only DVD that I picked up this time around is A Blind Buy, Steel City. It was a Sundance film from 2006, and I have no idea what it's really about other than a father behind bars and a secret that would change everything. The reason I wanted it was because of America Ferrera. I am obsessed with her. I've been obsessed with her since Ugly Betty days. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's a really talented actress, and who doesn't like her in How to Train Your Dragon? Seriously, she's awesome.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into a couple box sets that I got. I got two of them here. The first one I'm going to show you I picked up in a recent shopping video. And that is the Die Hard collection. It was really cheap. It was like 25 bucks. You get all 5 movies on here. Of course, Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's one of my favorites. Live Free or Die Hard, and then A Good Day to Die Hard. And then one thing that my buddy Jake pointed out is that the Live Free and the Good Day to Die Hard are both the unrated theatrical version, unrated extended cuts, which you don't get in that other set that's got them all. But anyway, I was happy to pick this up. I really wanted the Die Hard films on Blu Ray, and I'm happy to have this. I really wanted to get the big tall, Nakatomi Plaza tower set, and I was so mad that Best Buy usually has it for around 100 and something, and about a week ago they dropped it down to 40 bucks. It was like a one-day sale, and I was so mad I missed out on it. I just didn't have the money that day to do it. I wanted it so bad. It was an online order only. I had nothing in my account and no way to get to the bank, so I was pretty bummed about that. It's back up now to like 100 bucks on Best Buy. You can find it for around 70-ish on eBay and whatnot, but one day I'll get that. That'll look pretty cool, like right there in the middle of all my box sets. But in the meantime, I didn't pay a lot for this, and if I never get that set, at least I got all the Die Hards on Blu-ray now, so yeah. All right, now this next set is pretty badass. I picked this up from my buddy Craig. He gave me a really good deal on this. It's out of print right now, and I love it. And that is the Tarantino box set. This is, like I said, a really badass collection. It's got some really cool artwork on it. Here's a look at the back. And it's just a sleeve that slides off the top like this, and you get some really cool artwork underneath, which I'll go around and show you. Some side work. Love that shot on the back, Samuel L. Jackson. We'll go ahead and open it up now. We got some more artwork on the inside. And we just keep flipping it open if you guys can see this. Let's kind of show you a little closer. There's all the discs. But as far as the movies that come in this, you basically get every single hit from Tarantino. Reservoir Dogs, True Romance, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, Death Proof, and the other one is Inglourious Bastards. And then you get a couple of bonus discs as well. So, yeah, I mean, you're a fan of Tarantino, this is about the best set you're going to find. Like I said, my buddy Craig hooked me up with a really good deal, and I appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, go online, look for it. I mean, I think it's around 75 to 100 bucks for this set right now. But if you want it, you can usually find a couple of them on there. But yeah, really, really nice set to have all these top Quentin Tarantino films in one box set collection on Blu-ray. So that's pretty badass. All right, so that takes us on to the steelbooks. I only got 2 in this update. I actually got a bunch more that are going to be in my August update, so definitely stay tuned for that. There's a lot of steelbooks in that one, but this one we just got 2 of them, but still some pretty cool steelbooks. So the first one I'm going to show you here is Hellboy. I almost bought this a couple times, and then I finally came across it at Best Buy. I mean, I seen it at Best Buy a while ago, but I never picked it up, and then I tried finding it after that, couldn't find it. They had it online. I think it was like $15. And then I went out to the Best Buy at the Mall of America out here for the first time, like probably ever. I never remember going out there. But I went out there about a week ago. Huge Best Buy, and they have like the best stock in any Best Buy I've ever been to in my area. If you're going to find anything, more than likely it's going to be at that Best Buy. for anybody who might be in the Twin Cities area. But anyway, picked up Hellboy there. I actually found it in stock for $10. So this is a really cool steelbook. I'll go ahead and take this out of the protector sleeve. You know, I keep all my steelbooks in these protector sleeves. But let's take a quick look at it here. So it's one of the you know, the matte finish. There's a shot at the front. These are one of those pop art ones. There's the spine, nothing on the back, just the signature down in the corner, probably of the artist, I would assume. And then we got nothing on the inside, just the disc. These pop art ones usually don't have inner disc or inner case art. But still, cool picture of Hellboy on the front. I just found out that this guy, Ron Perlman, is actually going to be at Texas Frightmare next year. So that's pretty badass. But yeah, cool steelbook. Still got to get the second movie. It's actually in my Amazon cart right now. I'm probably going to be ordering it soon because I got a cool slip for it. So hopefully I'll be picking that up soon. So Hellboy. All right, next up here, you guys seen this in one of my recent unboxings, and that is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. As you guys know, I've been really working on the MCU steelbooks right now, trying to get all those steelbooks. I got a couple so far. I'm probably about a third of the way through or so. But this is a really neat steelbook. Let me go ahead and get it out of the sleeve here. All right. This is another one that's like kind of like the matte finish. But the Captain America Winter Soldier here is embossed, so that's pretty badass. Awesome shot of Cap there. There's the spine here. And then I love the picture on the back. Awesome. You get all the characters there. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the inside. We do have some inner art. I'll go ahead and just pop the discs out for you guys. Awesome shot of the Winter Soldier here. I mean, that is just badass. Love it. So happy I'm finally getting all these discs now, or discs, all these steel books for the MCU, because I need them bad, and I won't stop till I get them all. So awesome. I already got a couple more too that you guys will see in my next update, so definitely stay tuned. So yeah, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, definitely one of the best in the MCU. All right, so we're going to go ahead now and get into my A to Z titles, and we'll save the horror movies for last. So the first one we're going to start with here is The Maze Runner. I don't know a lot about this movie. I'm not a huge fan of this movie, or this type of movie, because I've never even seen it. Maybe it'll be cool, but the reason why I have this is I recently picked up a poster from my buddy Craig, the Lake Placid Scream Factory poster. And the seller, I got it off eBay, and the seller was a little late to shipping it. And he felt bad, so he stuck in a couple of free Blu Rays. The guy totally didn't need to do that. He was a cool guy, but yeah, I got, and luckily there were 2 Blu Rays I didn't have, so what the hell, right? Jess says she really likes this movie, so hey, Jess has got a new movie. I'll definitely watch it. I mean, it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, if you guys know anything about this, I mean, I've heard of the movie. I know of it. I just never seen it. But if you guys have seen it, definitely let me know what you guys think of it. You know, I'll definitely be getting around to watching this, I'm sure, at some point. So, yeah, The Maze Runner. And then the other one I got from that guy is actually a pretty cool movie. I'm actually kind of excited to have this movie, and that's Missing in Action with Chuck Norris. You gotta love Chuck Norris. He's the man. And I really didn't have any Chuck Norris movies, so I'm pretty excited that he sent this. If you're watching this channel, you know, I appreciate the 2 Blu Rays that you gave me. But yeah, Missing in Action with Chuck Norris. When did this one come out? Looks like 84. Yeah, so it looks like a good 80s action flick. So I'm pretty excited to watch this one. This is one I've never seen by Chuck Norris. Yeah, looks like a lot of fun. So awesome. Thanks a lot, man. Next up, we got a brand new movie that just came out, I think, about 2 weeks ago or so, and that is The Boss Baby. This was a fun movie. I did get a chance to actually watch this with my son and his sister. And it was a lot of fun. Super, super funny. I love a lot of these films that DreamWorks puts out. I think they're just they're great. Great adult humor as well. But yeah, this movie was a lot of fun. I was happy I was able to actually get a chance to watch it with my son. So if you guys like these kind of movies, and you haven't seen it yet, definitely get on this. It's definitely worth a watch. Like I said, super, super funny. It's kind of interesting that Tobey Maguire actually does the voiceover on this movie. I didn't even know that. I remember when I was watching, I was listening to it. I'm like, God, the guy sounds familiar. And I looked it up. I'm like, oh my God, how did I not know that was Tobey Maguire? But yeah, really good movie, you guys. Definitely check this movie out. I definitely highly recommend this movie. Okay, next up we have a movie that I am so shocked and happy to finally have a Blu Ray release for, and that is Coneheads. A lot of you guys might wonder where I got this movie. There is a guy in one of those groups that actually makes these movies that don't have Blu Ray releases, and the quality is awesome. It's like it's top Blu Ray quality, that's for sure. And it was kind of cool to get to watch Coneheads on Blu-ray for the first time. So he doesn't have any disc art, but he does good job on the slips or the sleeves. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see Coneheads. There is no official release for Coneheads on Blu-ray at this point. So to actually get to watch Coneheads and Blu-ray quality was pretty cool. So yeah. Awesome. Okay, so next up we have a movie that I'm not necessarily going to really be able to show you guys, and that is the brand new The Fate of the Furious from the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, I got this cool tire collection that you guys have probably seen in the past, and it's the type of collection that you can just fit in new movies when you get them. So that's really what I did. When I got the movie, I took it out of the case and I stuck it in this set. What's cool about the set is it doesn't actually say, only 1 through 7 or 1 through 6. It just says Fast and Furious Blu-ray collection. So it's got room for like 1 or 2 more, because I guess I already started making the 9th movie. So that'd be cool. So I can keep all the movies when I get them in here. It's a really cool movie. I actually did get a chance to watch it. I had to see that movie because a couple years ago, my brother and I actually had a marathon. I'd never seen every one of the Fast and Furious movies. I only seen a few. Like I think there was like 1 to 3 and like 4 or something like that. And we actually watched all 7 of them. And great movies. It was so cool to watch them all together at the same time. But yeah, we sat down, we watched them all, and I absolutely loved every single one of them. Especially the last one. The last one was pretty sad. Their tribute to Paul Walker. But I got a chance to watch Fate of the Furious, and it was a badass movie. I loved it so much. Definitely a strong sequel. These movies, they're good movies. They never fail. Even though they're on number 8 already, they're all great movies. I love every single one of them. So I had to watch it, and it did not disappoint. So I put it in this collection, so I can't really show you the case and everything. I just kind of like sold the slipcover, and I didn't need it. So, but anyways, yeah. So Fate of the Furious, the 8th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, and it kicked ass. Awesome. Get on that movie if you guys haven't seen it yet. All right. So next up is another movie I picked up from Craig. A movie that I for some reason I didn't know that this was on Blu-ray. But a super funny movie, and that's The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville. It's this movie where he basically rigs the Special Olympics, but it's really funny, and it actually has throughout pretty much the whole movie, you feel as if they're just making fun of mentally challenged people, and like at the end you get actually a really good message. And there's actually a special feature in here. I don't actually know if it's in this one. It was in the DVD one I had, but it's basically like a documentary with most of the cast in the film that actually is mentally challenged, and they're talking about how they feel about the movie, and how they feel about Johnny Knoxville's performance, because in the movie he has to act like he's mentally retarded, and they they all, all the cast feel like it's a really good message and it was done well, and they accept it and appreciate it. So that's kind of cool. But it's a super funny movie, you guys. Check this out. If you haven't seen this movie, I'm not a huge Johnny Knoxville fan as an actor. I thought he obviously was funny as hell in Jackass, but I've never been a huge fan of his acting. But this movie is definitely good. You also get Katherine Heigl in here too. So yeah, so cool movie. Got a good deal from my buddy Craig. So awesome. Thanks a lot. Next one I picked up here is also from my buddy Craig. I got A Christmas Story 2. I got it really cheap, so that's why I picked it up. But I still have never yet to this day seen this movie. I remember picking it up on DVD one day because I wanted to see the sequel to it. I know it's not any of the same cast, and I'm sure it's probably a really stupid movie, but I just wanted to give it a shot. And for a couple bucks on Blu Ray with a slipcover, I didn't even know that this movie was on Blu Ray. And my buddy Craig's been doing a lot of big time downsizing in his collection. So I just grabbed it. What the hell, I'll probably watch it this Christmas now. But my sister Angel actually said she watched it. She says it's actually a pretty good movie. Nothing will ever be able to touch the classic original, but we'll give it a shot for a couple bucks, right? All right, next up here is a double feature I got from somebody that I've actually bought from before. I think I picked up some slipcovers from this guy, but he's in the group as well, and he was selling off a bunch of his Blu-rays, and I actually found a lot of cool Blu-rays from that guy. But the first one I'm going to show you here is the Scooby Doo collection, number 1 and 2 you get in here. I like the Scooby Doo films. I thought it was done pretty cool. They got a pretty cool cast to play all the characters. You couldn't have gotten anybody better for Shaggy than Matthew Lillard. But yeah, this was a cool set of movies. I wasn't real happy with the second one. I thought it could have been a lot better. But it's cool to have both these movies on Blu-ray now. For some reason, I thought they only had the first one on Blu-ray. I remember having this exact same type of deal on DVD, a double feature like this. But when I remember one day when I was trying to look up the Scooby Doo movies on Blu-ray, I ever find the first one. I didn't know they actually have this double feature, so that's cool. So when I seen that he was selling it, I jumped on that. But yeah, Scooby Doo movies 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, awesome. All right, next up is another title I picked up from that same guy, and that's Pretty Woman. This movie is, I like this movie, big time chick flick, but I think Richard Gere is awesome in this movie, and Julia Roberts is hot as hell. This is definitely one of her earlier movies. She was pretty young in this movie, I think like early to mid 20s. But it's a cool movie. I like it. What's his name? Jason Alexander plays a cool role in this as well. Yeah, to get Pretty Woman on Blu-ray, why not, right? I'm a fan of chick flicks, I'll admit it. I gotta watch this soon. I'm curious to see what this looks like on Blu-ray. But yeah, like I said, he gave me a really good deal on all these movies. So all these people I've been buying from on the Facebook groups, they always sell stuff at really good deals. But yeah. Okay, so here's another couple movies I picked up from that same guy, and this is a collection of movies that I've wanted for a while on Blu-ray. I knew it was on Blu-ray. I had it in my Amazon cart for a while, but it was always pretty spendy. He gave me a sweet deal on this, and that is the Father of Bride movies, Part 1 and Part 2. God, I love these movies so much. This is these are one of the few movies that I can say that I like the sequel better than the original. The original movie, of course, was a remake from a movie done way back in, I think, like the 60s or something. But I mean, the first one is still really, really cool, but the second one, there's something about the second one I've always loved. I actually remember seeing the Part 2 in the theaters back in the day. But Steve Martin is just at the top of his game in these movies. I'm thinking back now, the first one is funny too. I like them both, and to finally have them on Blu-ray is awesome. It's funny, as soon as I got this, the day I got it in the mail, I stuck Part 2 in right away. But I love Steve Martin in both these movies. You also get Martin Short in both of these movies. He's funny as hell. But yeah, I really love the Father of Bride movies. I think they're really, really good movie. Really good movies. They got really good comedy. At the same time, they got a really good heartwarming touch to them as well. So, but yeah, Steve Martin is the man in these movies, and I'm happy to have these on Blu-ray. This is awesome. Some dude outside with like a weed whip or something. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Not to mention Jess's kids are like singing out there or something, but hopefully you're not picking all that up. On to the next movie, Kong Skull Island. Kick-ass movie, you guys. This movie was so much fun. One of the best Kong movies I've seen in a while. Much, much better, I think, than the 2005 Jack Black one. I went with the, this just came out actually a couple weeks ago. I went with the Target exclusive lenticular slipcover edition. I think Steelbook is what I wanted, but I think they only had a 4K Steelbook. So I just went with the Target edition. But great cast in here. Tom Hiddleston in the lead role, of course, Loki. Samuel L. Jackson, of course. He's in every movie ever in the world. John Goodman's in this. He does a really good role. Brie Larson and John C. Reilly. Love John C. Reilly's part in this movie. It's just great. But yeah, this movie was really good. I love the way they set it up for the next movie. For those who may have not seen this yet, it is the end credit scene. Basically sets up the next movie, and it's pretty exciting what you see in that scene. So I won't spoil it for those who may not have seen it yet. But go check that out. Watch this movie, guys. It was a lot of fun. I think the special effects and the CGI or whatever they use for the creatures was incredible. I mean, one of the best I've ever seen. It looks so real. But yeah, just in a really good story. I mean, it got going pretty quick, I think, where the last King Kong movie just took forever to get going. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Once they got to the island, it was just a great time from then on out. So yeah, Kong Skull Island, loved it, and I'm happy I was able to get a chance to watch it. So watch it with my parents. So kick ass. And Jake, my buddy Jake, seen this. He loved it as well. You're spot on, man. Kick ass movie. All right, next up is another fairly new movie. I remember seeing this when it first came out, but I didn't jump on it because it wasn't something I was racing to see. And it was like 20 some bucks. And then I went in there like a week or two later, and they already dropped this way down in price to like 10 bucks. So I picked it up, and that's Fist Fight. Maybe there's a reason they brought it down to $10. Maybe it's not even a good movie, but it looked kind of funny. Ice Cube, I'm not a huge fan of him, but I love Charlie Day. I thought he was hilarious in the Horrible Bosses movies. But I mean, for 10 bucks in a brand new movie, with the slipcover and everything. So, I almost watched this with my parents a couple weeks ago. I think I brought this over the same day I brought over Kong, but we never got a chance to watch it. So I'm definitely going to watch this movie soon. But it looks like a fun movie. For 10 bucks, why the hell not, right? All right, now next up is a movie that I remember I came across this one day when I was looking up new movies, and I watched the trailer, and it looked really good. And then I never got a chance to see it in the theater. And then all of a sudden I remember seeing that, the Blu Ray release day. And for some reason, when it came out on the release day, you couldn't find it in stores anywhere, like Best Buy, Walmart. You could order it, but it wasn't available in the store. And I don't know why. And I was pretty upset because I really wanted to see this movie, and that is Wilson, a brand new Woody Harrelson film. And then I was in Best Buy a couple weeks later, and there it was. I was like, okay, I guess it was just a shipping delay, or maybe out a stock in the warehouse. I don't know. But check out the trailer for this movie. I still have yet to see this movie, but I love Woody Harrelson, and it looks kind of cool. If you guys want to read what it's about. If you guys can see that, hopefully it's a little blurry. It just looks like a fun, weird comedy, drama type movie. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm definitely going to be watching this soon. It's kind of funny. I get my movies and I stick them in the shelves right away, and then I kind of forget about them. And as I'm pulling out all my July movies, I came across it again. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. I got to watch this movie. So I think I'm going to keep this movie out and watch this probably tonight because I'm excited to see it. But that's Wilson with Woody Harrelson. All right, next up we got iRobot. I picked this up in July, obviously, but it didn't have a slipcover. And, if you guys, have been in your Walmarts recently, you'll notice that these new, well, they're not really new. They're just kind of like a re-release of these Fox slipcovers for a lot of movies. And when I seen that they had iRobot, I didn't have a slip, so I pulled a slippity, and I took the slip cover. But I like these Fox. I think they call them Fox Icon slips. I think is the actual name of them. I don't know. But yeah, it's a cool Will Smith movie. Not one of my favorite Will Smith movies, but definitely a movie that's worth owning. And the slipcover is just kick ass. But yeah, so I actually just picked the slipcover up yesterday. It was funny. We were out at Walmart and I just seen it. These particular slipcovers, they have a whole bunch of them, but most of the ones that I'm interested in getting, like Office Space, Walk the Line, Dodgeball, they're all like DVD only. I don't know why this time around they don't have all the Blu Ray ones. They only had a few Blu Ray ones, and I either don't have the movie or already have a different slip or something. So I'm kind of bummed out. Hopefully those DVD copies will eventually get some Blu-rays in the stores. But yeah. All right. So next up is a movie. If you guys have recently watched my Days of the Dead convention video, you'll see in that video that Jess and I got a chance to get out to the Exchange, which is it's a video store that sells video games and movies that I actually don't have here in Minnesota. And a lot of the people I follow on YouTube, they go to that store a lot. I'm always seeing it on their videos, and I wish so bad I had one here. And I looked it up, and they had one in Indianapolis. So Jess and I went to downtown Indianapolis and checked out the Exchange, and I found a couple movies there. I was kind of happy. The first one I'm going to show you here is Lockup with Sylvester Stallone. I've been really, anytime I find a Stallone movie that I don't have, I'm going to pick it up on Blu-ray because I love Stallone. Him and Schwarzenegger both. I'm trying to get all their films on Blu-ray. So this is a good one, a fun one. My sister Angel and I watched this in our Stallone marathon we did a few months ago. And at the time, I only had it on DVD, but now I have it on Blu-ray, which is awesome. So it was only $5 at the Exchange. So, really good deal. But a good, fun Stallone movie. This came out in 1989. So, yeah, fun Stallone film. And, of course, another actor I'm always looking for movies of that I don't own yet on Blu-ray, and that's Jim Carrey. We got Mr. Popper's Penguins. This movie was kind of a silly movie, a little bit different from what we're used to seeing Jim Carrey. He's more of just straight up comedy and whatnot, but it still was an all right movie, and I wanted it for the collection, so I found it pretty cheap, $3.99. Where did I get this, by the way? I'm trying to remember. If I'm right, I think I picked this up at another store in Indiana. I think this was at like CD Warehouse or something like that. I used to have those stores here, but I don't have them anymore. But I think we found one in Indiana. And I'm pretty sure that's where I picked this up because this label, this price label on here doesn't look familiar to anything we have here. I don't know why it doesn't say what it is, but either way, whatever. $4. Got myself another Jim Carrey title. So, all right, another movie. I think I actually got it the same place as that last movie, Mr. Popper's Penguins. I think I got this out at that CD Warehouse, and that's Megamind. It was only $4. And I think they had a deal there. You buy 3, you get 1 free or something like that, if I remember right. But I have the slip for this for my buddy Jake, and so I needed this movie. This is a fun animated film from DreamWorks. I always like this movie. My son likes this movie a lot. Definitely a movie I wanted to own on Blu-ray, but since I had the slipcover, I found this for cheap, And yeah. All right, so my last A to Z title before we pass it on to Jess. She's got about, I think maybe like 3 that she picked up. But anyways, and that is the Neverending Story 2. Now, I remember now, because I know for a fact that I got this at that CD Warehouse place, and this has the same label as those other 2. So yeah, so I picked this up in Indiana at that CD Warehouse place. But I really like the sequel to the Neverending Story. The first one is classic, is the best. But I like this one a lot. This is the one, of course, that has Jonathan Brandis in it, who passed away years ago. Which is, this kid right here. You guys know him from like, Sidekicks, Ladybugs, Stephen King's It. I actually got a chance to meet this dude when I was pretty young. I think me and my friend and his parents, we went to like this car show, and he was out there signing autographs. I actually have a autographed picture of him somewhere packed away, but Yeah, this is it's a fun sequel. It's a different cast. Obviously Jonathan Brandis takes over the role of Bastion, but and then of course we get somebody else taking over the role of what the hell's his name? The hell's it? Atreyu, yeah. We got a different actor that plays Atreyu in here. But it's still a fun movie. I remember when I owned both these movies like a double feature DVD set of the first two. And then when I found the first one on Blu Ray, I had to get that on Blu Ray. And then I just got rid of my DVD set, so I needed part two on Blu Ray. And I looked it up on Amazon, and it was in there. It wasn't that much. I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks, and I found it for $6 at that CD warehouse. So, yeah, I jumped on this.
All right, so I picked up 3 DVD or Blu-rays. Haha, Blu-rays. Sorry, I'm tired. I picked up 3 Blu-rays this past month, which Tommy was like, "You got a shit ton of movies." I got 4. Weirdo. He gets like 30. Anyway, this first one I'm going to show you is actually based off of one of my favorite authors, and I have the book too. So it's called The Other Boiling Girl. Tommy's never heard of it, never seen it, but it has an amazing cast. I'm trying to remember the names of people. I know, is it Scarlett Johansson, the blonde? Pretty sure you would know that. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson, Eric Bana, and of course, Princess, what's her name? Star Wars chick. Natalie Portman, right?
She's a queen, not a princess.
Oh yeah, Queen Amidala. I'm sorry.
Queen. Call her?
Oh, this is gonna be more horrible this time. Queen Amidala. She was also princess, so whatever. Anyway, amazing book or movie and book. It's based off the book by Philippa Gregory. I actually have like almost all her books. It's awesome. Literally, it's about 2 sisters, and it's real life. It's from the King of England, like 1600s, 1500s, something like that. I am really, really bad at this because I can't even think. 16th century England. It's on the movie. Haha, I win. About their romance with them. I'll tell you this right now because it's common history. She ends up getting her head chopped off. So it's a good movie.
Ooh, spoiler.
It's real history. Oh yeah, and since Tommy's gonna make me add it in, we got this one in. I can't read his lips. Where did I get this?
Do I have to puppeteer you?
Yeah, you kind of do today. I'm tired.
I gotta put some strings on you and ventriloquist you.
Where did we get this?
In Indiana at CD Warehouse.
In Indiana at the CD Warehouse, which was weird. It was a weird place. Okay.
The next one we got is this one.
Getting this out right now. The Exchange in Indiana, dude. I was kind of excited about this one. This is Mirror Mirror. It's got an amazing cast again. It's, a kid movie, whatever. Julia Roberts plays the evil queen. Ooh, it's a Cinderella type storyline. And it's just freaking awesome. So a scheming queen, which is Julia Roberts, wants to marry a handsome prince who's played by Arnie Hammer. It's an interesting name. But he's in love with Snow White, who's played by Lily Collins. She's just beautiful.
You don't know who...
Which triggers the epic battle of good versus evil.
You don't know who Armie Hammer is? Hello, the Lone Ranger.
Hello, I've never seen that.
Good, because it's a horrible movie.
The classic. I know the classics.
I'm talking about the movie, Johnny Depp.
I know, it's a remake.
It's a remake of a TV show.
I know the original. But I like Johnny Depp. Don't say it's bad. Now I want to see it. And be like, Tommy, you're wrong. You're never wrong. That's what sucks. Okay, but I'm gonna show this to my kids. It's rated PG. It's super cute. Julia Roberts had a blast with this. You can tell. Like she's hilarious in this one. Tommy's being attacked by her dog.
Help!
It's really cute. Anyway, he's probably excited because you're not in front of the camera for a change. Usually you're in front of the camera and won't let him near you. So another blind buy. I know. Just crazy. Just pure craziness.
You're learning the Blu Ray lingo.
That's the one lingo I've always known.
No, did we have another video where you like called it something really funny and you didn't? Whatever. Anyway.
There was a comment too from somebody who were like, blind buy, huh, Justin? I was like, no. I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. Just kidding. Blind buy. All right, so blind buy. It's got Kristen Dunst. I can't believe I couldn't think of how to say her name. Lizzie Kaplan, Isla Fisher. I'm saying that wrong. And Rebel Wilson. I love Rebel. So it's essentially Rebel Wilson's getting married, and there's a lot of like actually kind of cute guys in this one. I just noticed. Might have to watch this.
Thor's in it, huh?
No, Thor's not in it, is he?
I don't know. You said a lot of cute guys. That's the only guy you ever talk about.
No. There's Jax. Well, now I gotta call him King Arthur.
Mr. King Arthur.
No, just kidding. I'm getting the look of death. Okay. No, there's here, it's right on the front. There's Kyle Bornheimer, Adam Scott, and James Marsden. I don't know any of those names. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I like to give Tommy a hard time. I don't think
And where'd you get it?
I said that at the beginning.
Are you sure?
Positive. 99.9% positive?
I guess we'll find out.
Crap. Where was it again? It was FYE here in Minnesota, which is awesome. I don't know. It's rated R, so that must mean good things. Must mean there's some good humor in it, hopefully. But yeah, we'll let you know how that one goes. I'm going to make him watch it with me. All right. Well, thank you for putting up with my absolute craziness this time around. I'm really tired. And that's all I got for you this time. Maybe next month I'll have more. Maybe I'll sneak 10 past him this time. Ooh, challenge accepted.
So Jess, what do you think of our new background we got going on here? Is it pretty badass or what?
I like it. I like the lighting. I hate the fact that you had to rearrange half the living room to do this.
Oh, I rearranged half the living room? I hung up one shelf.
No, I was talking about this setup.
What setup? Nobody sees this part.
I know.
I got like a chair on top of our coffee table and my camera on top of that. It's the only way
and
I
then
can
you
get
had
the
to
right
move
angle.
the coffee table to like do it.
Shut up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end things now with the last category, of course, horror movies. Starting out with Get Out. I got this from my buddy Craig. This is the movie that so many people kept asking me. You know, it's a fairly new movie. I think it came out about a month or so ago, a month and a half. So many people kept saying, did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? Did you get it? They kept telling me how good of a movie it is, a really good, newer, new age horror film. I don't know why I hesitated so much to get this movie. But again, I've had it for a couple weeks now. I still haven't watched it. I will watch it very soon, Craig, I promise, and everybody else that's been wondering why I haven't watched it. Got the slipcover on here. As you guys can see, it's got a protector little sleeve on it. Craig recently bought a bunch of protector sleeves, and he put them on all his like slipcovers and slipcover films and whatnot. So, you know, he just sent it with the sleeve on it. I'm actually going to be getting a lot of these sleeves too, especially for my Scream Factories. And I might just go ahead and just do this with all my slipcovers. Why the hell not? But anyways, written and directed by Jordan Peele. It sounds amazing from what... I don't think anybody that I've heard has had a bad thing to say about it. So we should probably watch this tonight, Jess. Get Out. All right, so the next one I got from Craig as well is Cabin Fever, the original, which is, you know, by far the best one. They made like 2 sequels. My dog must see another dog out there or something. He's freaking out right now. But anyways, so they made 2 sequels. They both sucked. And then they made a... Scream Factory put out a remake of this. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's supposed to be like a shot-for-shot remake of the original film, and it wasn't exactly like that. What's wrong? What? He's freaking out, you guys. But it wasn't really exactly shot-for-shot, but I mean, they like really expressed that a lot, like a shot-for-shot remake. But it wasn't that good. But the original one, you know, this is the one that's got, what's his name in it from Boy Meets World? What the hell's that dude's name? Ryder Strong. Yeah, Ryder Strong. I really like the original Cabin Fever. It was kind of a cool idea for a movie. I think when you finally find out what is going on with everybody, it was kind of like, could have been a better ending to a movie to find out what exactly is happening. But it was still a fun film. So, yeah. All right, and the next one we got here is another one I got from Craig, and that is Feast. This is a horror film that I've been wanting to see for a while. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's been around for some time, 2006. But yeah, just a kick-ass looking creature feature. And it's from executive producers Wes Craven, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Chris Moore. Interesting. But Henry Rollins is in here. But yeah, a movie that like I said, I've been wanting to watch for a while. I think there's a couple of sequels to this, if I'm right. But anyway, it's a movie I've been wanting for a while. Craig hooked me up with one hell of a price, like he always does. So yeah, I had to go ahead and grab it. Why the hell not, right? Okay, so that takes us to a couple more films that I picked up from that guy off the Facebook group that I got the like the Father of the Brides and the Scooby Doo and the Pretty Woman. A couple of horror films that I picked up from him. The first one here is a Schwarzenegger film, and that is End of Days. I always liked this movie. This was just a fun Schwarzenegger film. I think this came out in the 90s, if I'm right. Where is that at? 1999? Really? Huh. Okay, well anyway. End of Days, I wasn't quite sure if it really should go in a horror, but when I read it is kind of considered a thriller or horror type movie. But anyways, yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I watched this movie, so I definitely want to catch up on this. But like I said, I'm always looking for Schwarzenegger and Stallone films. And when I find a good deal on them, I'm definitely going to scoop them up. So, End of Days. All right, so the next one I got from that guy is another movie I was a little unsure of where it should go, but it is technically considered like a psychological horror thriller type film, but that is Jim Carrey's The Number 23. You know, I remember like being really excited to see this movie when it first came out, and then I picked up the DVD, and I remember the DVD having a really cool slipcover. I don't know if the Blu Ray does. Let me know if this has a slipcover, and I can't remember. Anyway, I was really excited to watch it. I went out, I bought it, blind bought it, and I watched it, and at the time I was a little disappointed. I think it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. Now, the other day, Jess was actually watching this for the first time on like Netflix or some shit, and she... I kind of caught it like in the middle of it, like when he first gets the book. And I was actually getting kind of interested in it again.
I didn't finish it. We should.
So yeah, I mean, it kept my interest. So I was kind of glued to her phone there for a minute. So I definitely want to go back and revisit this movie because I think I might like it a little bit more now. Because when did this come out again? I think it was 2006. Something like that. So it's been over 10 years since this movie came out. Maybe I'll like it better now that I know a little bit more of what it is going into it. So yeah, it's been 11 years since I've seen this movie, and I'm definitely going to check it out again. But, something really different for Jim Carrey at the time. But it's kind of interesting when you really think about the number 23 and everything that they explain in this movie or whatever. But you haven't finished it, right?
No.
So you don't know what happens at the end?
No.
It's got a really weird twist at the end of this movie that I won't give away or spoil for Jess. But okay, a couple more films I got from that same guy. Now, I've really, ever since I picked up Split on Blu Ray, I've really been in this kick of trying to get M. Night Shyamalan films on Blu Ray. I got a few of them, and these were two that I really wanted. I was looking for these in the wild for a long time, and I never could find them. And this guy was selling them, so I grabbed them both. And the first one is A Sixth Sense. Really good movie. One of the greatest endings in the whole world of a movie. Everybody knows that. When you find out, the big twist at the end, which doesn't even matter anymore. This movie's so old, y'all know what I'm talking about. But I thought it was a cool movie. you know, I don't think I liked it a lot when I first seen it, but the more I watched it, I liked it more and more. Kind of a cool film, you know. M. Night Shyamalan is awesome. Anything he does is a weird, interesting, different type of movie. I definitely want to get Unbreakable on Blu Ray. I got to get that one on Blu Ray. Hopefully, I'll find that one soon. But yeah, The Sixth Sense. And then the next one here is M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. I like this movie. This is that type of movie that people either, you know, I mean, there's most people just absolutely hate this film, but there are a few people that do like it, and those people love it. And I'm definitely one of those people. It's kind of a weird, kind of a slow-going movie, and then at the end, you know, it's kind of weird, like when you find out, you know, why the aliens don't stick around and stuff. It's kind of weird, whatever, but I like the movie a lot. It's, you know, it's got Joaquin Phoenix in here, which I really like Joaquin Phoenix. Not a big Mel Gibson fan, but I like him. And of course, you get little, what's his name, Rory. That's Rory Culkin, right? Let me look here.
I think so.
Yeah, Rory, the one that grew up to be in
other
Scream 4.
Isn't Culkin's sister in there too?
Yeah, this is Rory.
Isn't the girl in there too?
I don't know. I don't think she's in here.
I thought that was the sister.
But anyways, Signs. Really good M. Night Shyamalan film. Okay, next up we got a few Scream Factories like I was telling you about. Now, these aren't the collector edition Scream Factories. These are just some regular release Scream Factory titles. The first one I'm going to show you here is Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. This is the second installment in the Candyman franchise. And the only U.S. Blu-ray release of a Candyman film there is. Part 3 has never been released on Blu-ray, and the first one, there's a region-free international version of it that I probably will get very soon. But anyways, I got this from a seller. Scream Factory titles are usually pretty spendy as it is. And this one is actually signed by Tony Todd, which is cool. He sold this to me for $18. A Scream Factory signed by Tony Todd for $18. If you guys aren't aware, that's a steal. I mean, that is one hell of a price. Apparently, he needed like $18 right away to purchase like 2 last Scream Factory slipcovers he needed or something like that. So that's why he took only $18 for this. And I said, hey, I'll take it. Now, I think that's awesome that I got a Scream Factory signed by an actor, especially somebody like Tony Todd. Now, I already have Tony Todd's autograph. I had him sign my McFarlane figure I have of him when I met him. I think his signature is about 30.
So bam, right there.
Yeah, so I mean, Tony Todd's signature is $30. So, hey, technically this movie should have been almost $18 by itself without an autograph. So you're looking at like a $40 or $50 Blu-ray here I got for $18. So, anyways, but yeah, and it's like I said, it's Scream Factory, you know. So, now that I have a second one, I'm probably just going to go ahead and get that region-free edition of Candyman 1, just so I have the first 2 on Blu-ray. But yeah, thought that was really cool of the seller to do that. All right, so the next Scream Factory I got here is the double feature of the Ghoulies movies. These are fun movies. It's like a rip-off of, like, I don't know what you want to say, Critters or Gremlins or something. It's kind of funny, but I still, you know, I think they're fun movies. It's a Scream Factory release. I had to own them. I seen somebody selling this on one of those sites, and it was a pretty good deal. I don't think it was that much at all. But you get both Ghoulies films in here. And, yeah, I mean, like I said, they're just fun films, weird, cheesy horror films, you know. So, trying to pick up, you know, as many Scream Factory non-collector editions as I can as well, too. I got a little list put together of stuff I want to get. The Troll movies for sure. I really want the Troll double feature. That's like the Troll 2 is like the world's, like, known as the world's most cheesiest, worst movie ever made. So bad that it's good. One of those type of movies. It's so horrible that it's good. But anyways, Ghoulies 1 and 2, Scream Factory, awesome. All right, so the last Scream Factory, I'm pretty sure this is the last Scream Factory I got, yeah. This is one of the IFC Midnight Scream Factory releases. Now, I remember I picked this up on DVD when it first came out, and it looked so good. And it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, kind of weird, but still, it's a Scream Factory. It comes with a really kick-ass slipcover on here, and I got it really cheap, and that is Stung. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's pretty cool. Definitely worth checking out, I think, especially if you're a fan of like creature features and whatnot. But yeah, just giant bees just killing everybody. I mean, what's not to love, right? The ultimate buzzkill. Yeah, you gotta love that tagline there. But like I said, it comes with the slip, and cool alternate artwork down here. But yeah, I liked it enough to own it on Blu-ray. You know, why the hell not? I'm trying to collect as many Scream Factory Blu-rays as I can. So, all right, next up is a movie I picked up from FYE, and it was one of those deals. You know, at FYE, if you buy like three movies from their used category, you get one for $1. So I just, I was like, they're closing up soon. I'm running through the store trying to find something, and I just snagged this. I mean, I remember seeing this movie. It was kind of an okay movie, so I just grabbed it for $1. I mean, what the hell? It's $1. I couldn't really find anything else at the time. Now I'm kind of pissed off because this case is all fucked up. Like the plastic is all ripped, but I got other Blu-ray cases, so I forgot to swap it out. I'm gonna do that soon. But anyways, Midnight Movie. Like I said, it's an all right movie. I mean, definitely worth $1. I'll watch it again. If you guys want to read what it's about there, if you can see that. But yeah, it's an okay movie. All right, so in my last update, you guys, if you remember, I got that really cool Scream Factory Amityville Horror Trilogy box set thing. So I really wanted to get the remake, and I went ahead and found it. I'm trying to remember where I got this. Some used place somewhere. Can't remember. Yeah, maybe Half Price Books. Maybe FYE. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, Amityville Horror. This is the remake. I really liked this remake a lot. This is the one with Ryan Reynolds. I thought it was really cool. I mean, it was done very well. And I mean, it's a toss-up to which one I like better. If I had to pick, I'll probably say the original. But this is still a really strong horror remake, you guys. If you haven't seen this remake yet, definitely check it out. This is from Michael Bay, actually, which is kind of cool. Michael Bay produced this, so. All right, guys, we're getting down to the end. We got just a couple more to go, and I picked up Devil. This one, I think, was an FYE pickup. I like this movie. This was definitely one of the best PG-13 horror films, and M. Night Shyamalan produced this movie. So just with that, you can't go wrong, you guys. A cool movie. It's just basically about these few people that are stuck in this elevator, and all this crazy shit starts happening. But it was a fun movie. I found it really cheap, only a couple dollars, and I had to pick it up. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything M. Night Shyamalan. This isn't exactly straight M. Night Shyamalan, where he usually directs these movies as well. This one was directed by John Eric Dowdle, but he did. M. Night Shyamalan did produce and write this film. So, all right, next up is a movie that definitely wins #1 when it comes to good horror cheese, and that is Jack Frost 2: The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Now, I recently picked up that kick-ass Vinegar Syndrome slipcover edition of the first one, a few months ago. You guys seen? Jack Frost 1 is awesome. It's one of the cheesiest horror films in the world, but that's what makes it so damn cool. And yes, there is a Blu Ray release of the second one. A lot of people might not know that. You got to search. They pop up on eBay once in a while. They're not much. It's like $15. I think it's like one of those like video on demand type, burn on demand type ones, or whatever you want to call those. But it is a region free. I think it's like an international release of this film. But it is region free. So if you guys got that first Vinegar Syndrome copy and you want to own the second one, jump on eBay. I know it's on there. Friday the 14th. I follow that guy a lot on YouTube. Speaking of which, where the hell have you been, man? I haven't seen any videos in a long time. But anyway, I remember he picked up the Vinegar Syndrome Jack Frost, and then he ended up getting the second one on DVD. And I told him that, there is an actual Blu-ray of the second one if you want it. So hopefully he picked that up by now. I don't know. But anyways, Jack Frost 2. My friend Craig, I remember he bought this too recently. And then he put it up for sale right away. Thought that was funny. All right, next up is a double feature I picked up over at the Exchange in Indiana. Happy to find this. I didn't know they had this on Blu-ray like this, but for $5, and that is the Open Water double feature. I really like these movies. This first one was kind of like one of those like found footage type movies, like all done with like a camera. And I liked it a lot. I mean, it started out kind of funny, but once they got in the water, I thought it was done very well, very realistic. I liked it a lot. And then the second one, Open Water 2 Adrift, is more of a movie. It's really good, you guys. I really liked it. It was a cool movie. I mean, it could have worked kind of on its own, just as a regular movie. It didn't necessarily even need to be a sequel to the first one. They could have totally called it something else and it would have worked. But both of them say that they're based on true events, if that's 100% true or not. But like I said, I really like these movies a lot. I think they're a lot of fun. Just talking about it now, I kind of want to pop both of these in and watch them at the exact same time. But yeah, check them out, you guys. If you guys never seen the sequel to this, check it out. It's worth a watch. Like I said, they have nothing to do with each other. Like we're one of them, like I said, the first one's like a found footage and the second one's like an actual movie. But they're still both really, really good movies. And I highly recommend them. I'm a big fan. Okay, another movie I remember wanting to get when it first came out. I never got a chance to get it. And then when I decided I wanted to get it, every time I went to Best Buy, their copies didn't have those cool slipcovers on it anymore. Well, I was at a Best Buy one day in a different city. I think I was out at like a show out somewhere in Wisconsin, and I came across this at that Best Buy out there with a slip. So that is The Monster. This is a movie that's supposed to be a lot like Cujo in a way, I guess, where it's like I think it's like a mom and a daughter or something. Yeah, like a mom and a daughter. They're stuck in a car, and there's like this crazy ass beast monster thing trying to get them. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of like along the lines of Cujo, if you guys want to kind of read about it. Now, again, haven't watched it yet. I definitely want to watch this very soon. But yeah, really cool slipcover on this, you guys. I mean, same artist here, but I just like the slipcover a lot. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a cool movie from the director of The Strangers. I know Scott Speedman's in here. I know him, but I don't know the other two. But anyways, looks like a fun movie, creature feature. Definitely looking to get to this very soon. So, all right, everybody, we have come to the last and final title in my July Blu-ray update. What is it? Is a movie I found for $5 at the Exchange in Indiana with a kick-ass slipcover that I've been told is pretty out of print. It's really hard to find right now, so I'm surprised I got this with this kick-ass slip. But that is 1 Hour Photo. I love this movie, you guys. Robin Williams as this psychotic, photo tech at like a Walmart type place, like a 1 Hour Photo place, which is what I call it, 1 Hour Photo. But anyways, it's a really weird psychological type movie. And like I said, it has this really awesome slipcover. Same art, same thing as underneath, but just a really cool slipcover. I mean, I didn't even know this movie was on Blu-ray, and I didn't even know that they had this cool slipcover, but I found it for $5 at the Exchange. God, I wish we had an Exchange here in Minnesota. I mean, it was a really cool store. But anyways, yeah, so a fun film, you guys. Robin Williams, one of his best films, in my opinion. I love this movie. I've already watched this since I've owned this. So yeah, 1 Hour Photo. Great film. Check this movie out, you guys. I'd show you what it's about, but I doubt you're going to see that. It is like so light. But anyways, so yeah. Okay, that wraps it up for my July Blu-ray update. Not a very super long one this time around. Like I said, only 57 titles. I know, only 57 titles, but I'm normally, I think my last one was over 100. I have a lot, I think between the Scream Factories and the Vestrons, that we're gonna be looking at 90 something titles in that update, because I wanted to save it for one special video because it means so much to me, and it was such an awesome adventure trying to get all these titles with slips and everything. And I cannot wait to show you guys this video. It's all I'm waiting for is to purchase my Amazon cart, which is all of them, and, all the remaining ones that I need. And then the collection will be complete. And I'm so pumped. Cannot wait to show you guys that video. That's why I've been leaving them out of my Blu Ray updates, because that's going to be a separate deal all on its own. So anyways, there you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed all the titles I got. Hope you guys like the new background, this new way of doing a Blu Ray update. I know normally I do it downstairs and I show you the movies rather than me holding the movies. I see a lot of people doing them like that, so I figured I'd try something different this time because I really like my new Blu Ray setup back there. If you guys like this now, the way I'm doing my updates, definitely let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to keep doing it like this, or if you want me to go back down and doing it downstairs in the man cave or whatever. But we already have a shitload of pickups for August. I cannot wait to do that update. There's a lot of cool stuff in there, and even more stuff I'm going to be getting. That update's probably even more than what I have in July. So it's going to be another big update. I'm excited. Videos to come again, you guys. I still have my 300 subscriber giveaway. I know I'm lacking, but I've just been busy. I'm behind on videos, and I also figured all it's going to do is benefit and give people more of an opportunity to go in and enter the contest. So I'm going to give everybody one last and final chance to pick yourself up some free Blu-rays. I'm going to put that video down in the description box. Go check it out, you guys. There's a couple little things you guys got to do in order to enter the contest. I'm giving away 4 Blu-rays, which is actually, I think, like 5 movies. There's like one double feature in there. If you guys want to see what they are, go watch that video down in the description box, enter the contest, and that'll be the next video I'm going to do. So probably just a couple days, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, I don't know, but I'm going to try to get it out soon, because now that I got my Blu-ray update out of the way, that's my next video I'm doing. Okay, again, thanks everybody for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my Blu-ray updates, please give it a thumbs up. Just hit that like button right down below. Comment. Let me know what you guys think of the pickups. And share the video around. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.